Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo. Welcome to my scrapbook table. Today's layout uses a sketch from Miranda Weber, and her website is My Scrappy Life. She sells 3 sketch bundles, and I am using, I believe this is from bundle 2, and I decided to add some mixed media to this already old looking paper. And it's actually not just old looking, it's pretty old. I've had it a long time. But the photos of this bed and breakfast where we stayed in Paris, not Paris, France, Paris, Idaho, there's a big difference. Oh, it is a tiny little place. It's near Bear Lake, Idaho, which was what we were in the area to see. And so I just used some ink, some white texture paste, mixed them. I didn't have anything to mix them on, so I just used this packaging, and then I wiped the packaging off. I'm not sure. I think this stencil is from Dusty Attic. I'm almost certain. And I just used some Stampin' Up! Brown inks to tint the texture paste. And I like how that looks. I didn't do a ton of it. I just wanted little bits peeking out from where my photos were going to be. And I also used ink on the rim of a cup, a little bit darker ink, to create very faint, kind of to look like coffee rings. There, you can see those. They're pretty faint, but I like them. Okay, so I have some photos of the inside of this bed and breakfast. The person, one of the people who own it builds and repairs organs, and so this is actually in the bed and breakfast. And at first I didn't know what cardstock to use to back these photos, because I had to back it with something or it was all just going to be brown. Here my glue is stuck and not coming out very well. So I tried sticking my pin in it again, and eventually I got it working. There we go. Since this blue cardstock is very textured and there's some mixed media beneath it, I decided to add tape runner and liquid glue. And the name of the bed and breakfast is the Pied Piper Bed and Breakfast. So you saw some letters on my ruler there. I had chosen those letters. It ends up those are not what I ended up using. They just didn't show up enough. I should have thought ahead and maybe put them on a tag of some other color. I'm not sure. But yeah, here's where the sign "Welcome to Paris." And I think that says population, I don't know, I can't tell from here, it might be 907. It's a pretty small town. And there's not a lot there. We wanted to buy a few things for our cooler, and we couldn't find anything locally. We had to wait till we were going to be somewhere else. So next I decide to add a little more to this background, and I use some 49 and Market rub-ons, butterflies, and flowers, because why not? And I don't have you watch all of this. And for some reason I don't have my little tool that is usually in the bag with my rub-ons, so I just decided I'll use the end of this tool, and that worked just fine. So there they are. And in real life, they look better with that background paper. They don't look great with that, the blue paper behind the photos, I mean. But in real life, they coordinate nicely. So then I have this frame here. I tried to use it on a different page today, but that didn't work. So I am trimming it so that I can create a little shelf here. I'm still having trouble getting this glue out. And as you can probably predict, eventually I get a whole puddle of glue on something and have to try to use it up on other things instead of making a mess. But there, I get enough that I can get this glued down. And I pulled some chipboard from a Vicky Booten package that I have that I've been trying to use up. And since I'm going to use some gold in other places on here, I chose some that had a little bit of gold accents to it. For some reason that one didn't want to stick very well, so I had to hold it down for a little bit. There's one to the far left that says details, and I start right here with my title, and I put it the whole way on and I end up taking it off because it's not showing up. And again, I cut some of that out, then I put it up there and it's not showing up there either. So I thought, well, maybe if I just add white gel pen, that will help. I was not liking that. So I pulled them all up and I pulled out my Felicity Jane alphabet that has gold in it with white, and I do like that. However, there's no ampersand symbol, so I couldn't do B and B. I guess now I could have done B and then the letter N and B, but that just didn't seem right either. And now that I see the finished page, I'm probably going to pull off what I used for and create something else at home. Maybe with my silhouette, I'll cut out an ampersand and put, instead of those and stickers, I don't like them. They blend in too much. I used my die from Hero Arts, sentiment strip die, to write my journaling on. I had these already cut, and there were just enough for my journaling. Our main complaint about this place was that there was no air conditioning, and our room was upstairs, and it was incredibly hot. Like, the day before it had been in the upper 90s, or during the day, and it did not cool off much at all at night, so we were pretty uncomfortable. But it is what it is. It was a bargain, so we can't really complain too much. And there we go. And that corner was not stuck down well. So I went ahead and added some gold. I didn't do splatters because I wanted them pretty strategically. So I just used the tip of my tweezers and added it like that. And I'm happy with how that turned out. There'll be some still shots in just a moment. And thanks for joining me today. Have a great day. Bye.